We have decided to look at BTC on weekly time frame. We all know that weekly time frame hold the strongest bias. Weekly time frame holds the strongest bias, and I will tell you for free. Whatever you're doing in the financial market, whether you're analyzing stock, analyzing forex, whether you're analyzing commodity, if you ignore higher time frame analysis, your intraday analysis won't make much meaning, and you might ultimately get it wrong. So while I look at this structure, you look at it on line chart to see what phase is price on from weekly time frame, because the phase of a market, it's different in every time frame. You might look at market in a monthly time frame and price is on demand, and you look at it on weekly, it is in supply. You look at it on daily, it returns back on demand. On intraday, it becomes supply. So this is very technical. So at the end of the day, the question is, how many votes did the highest time frame have? If on a higher time frame, monthly, weekly, daily, indicating that price is on demand, intraday hold does not have any meaning. It does not have any single meaning. You must have trend shift on daily. If you want to sell the market on daily, let us start from 4 hours, a higher number on the intraday. The 4 hours need to step down. You want to sell, price need to return to supply roof. When price return to supply roof on 4 hours, then it has to interpret that gesture on daily. On daily, it repeats the same sentiment supply. Then it's now holding a stronger point against weekly time frame and monthly time frame. And by close of the week, if you see multiple weeks bearing witness to supply structure, the market is changing sentiment from bullish to bearish. So it's technical. So let's look at it on a weekly time frame to see that we are still bullish. The pair is still very much bullish. So there's something you can do. There's something you can do at the moment. So you see, after price jumping from here, we had price updates. Here we have price updates, break of structure, price returns here on demand, returns here on demand, break of a demand floor, price come here, retest a supply roof, break of a supply roof, returns here as a demand floor. Let's take back. You can see the structure. One hand, one clarity, clean structure. One thing I talk about data structure is like dealing with dirty people. They are going to stain you. There is nothing good that is going to come out of a data structure. If you get yourself in a data structure, try and come out. Try as much as possible to come out of it. It is not going to change. You get yourself in a bad trade, close that trade and come out. That trade will never change. It cannot go in your favor. Based on experience. Based on experience. It's not speculation. It is based on experience. So, but if you are in a bad trade and you want to remain, I wish you good luck. I wish you good luck. So let's get straight to the point. And we have price updating here, multiples of here price came here to update the demand floor, which I've already said, another update on demand floor, and subsequently price came again. That was all this happened in 2021. All this happened in 2021. Then we had another test on the demand floor and another one on demand floor, and on technical we had a break of structure on May. This is the candle that broke the structure. And since then, price switched from what? Demand to supply. So you see, everything that happens here favors a bearish analysis. You came to sell, market was dropping until price found demand on this floor. And that demand wasn't a coincidence per se. We have a structure at this area where price created a resistance structure and a break of a resistance structure and came down to test it, and price returned again, and both return again and both, and we will now take recognizance of the demand flows after break of structure. Yet price has broken this resistance structure to trend up. A structure was broken. Why do you call it a structure? Because it first stopped here, moved down, then went up, means that a supply roof was broken. A broken supply roof becomes a demand floor and price upticks. After testing, a broken supply roof becomes a demand floor and use the impulse to trade and making a new high. When price returned, it broke the structure. After breaking the demand floor, it came back due to heavy bearish drop. I call it a falling knife. Don't ever try to catch a falling knife. It broke the structure for those who were waiting for demand to hold on this level. It failed them. After breaking it, it became more supply. It continued selling. It continued selling but found support. It found support on the same floor where market has been buying. The last time market came here, market bought here. So when it came back to this place, on weekly buyers rejected because they had this floor firmly. It becomes a bullish order block. You see, this bullish thing and bearish thing, a lot of people look at it. You have to look at it from demand and supply perspective. Maybe that is how I choose to interpret it. And it oftentimes have already paved what market is like. And now I didn't even look to see what the structure is doing. But when you look at this level had helped price firmly. And we must recognize this structure. We must recognize it because in the future, buyers will still want to use this area again for buy opportunity. I believe they will still come here again and they want to test themselves, and the buyers will still prove again they are very much ready, and they will take action on that level. Now you see when price rejected, it came down to the area where we bought here before and upticked, create a new high. When it returned, now we have an ascending trend line. It still broke the structure again. Now this is where it gets messy. Like I said, when structures start to disrespect, maybe you leave it and look for something different to do. Now the market come to play and tell us that this is not a childish, this space is not for kids, because everything about what we know here become confusing. Everything you know about break or structure at this level is confusing because market came down, broke the demand floor. It came back, broke the supply roof, returned again, broke. So there is no respect. There is no single respect. This is where it gets me. This is where market becomes dynamic, meaning that you cannot be stiff while trading the financial market. You must be flexible. What happened in May might not happen in June. What happened in June might not happen in December. Market sometimes can look back to pick price action for what happened 15 years ago. So we always trade back. So you see, everything that happened here differs everything we know and counters it and makes us feel like we don't know what we are doing. So this is what it is, and there is nothing anybody can do about it. But I believe in the future that if price returns in this level, most likely um, there might be some level of respect. And in respect to what happened here, I caught it also by my spare time looking at the current price action to tell you why that has happened because market developed a new structure. Now, I want to use 1 week time frame to teach you all that happened in the history and in the run of BTC from its bearish days to the bullish move. Everything is systematic and well programmed, well arranged, and it's only visible and knowledgeable people that sees and take action. If you know this thing 2 years ago, you should have known that BTC will rise. It's not by assumption. If you trade by assumption, you learn in reality. If you trade reality, you earn in reality. So I devised that word to stay help me guided. Never trade in assumption. Whatever. Stocks, commodity, whatever it is, never to trade in assumption. If you trade in assumption, you will learn in reality. You're going to learn. You will learn in reality. So, whatever, let us look at structure and base your trading bias, your trading decision based on what the market is doing. Was structure broken? What structure was broken? Is it a demand floor? Is it a supply roof? Is it coming for a retest? What is the sentiment at the moment? What are economic data prints? So, keying into economic data prints are one thing that gives you a strong edge over others. Now, let's go straight to the point. I'm also trying to teach this to tell you that everything that happened in the run of BTC was well programmed. After price updating here as a demand floor, break of a demand floor came back and retested it. Now, a descending trend line strategy, market change dynamism. It changes dynamic nature. It changed it automatically. It changed it in order to confuse you, and only those who see structure of the market properly can understand that market is dynamic. Now you see price change. After break of that structure, price came down here, retested it, be confirming a descending trend line. And the break of that supply descending trend line, price return to test it as a demand floor, returns again to test it as a demand floor after that break of structure and price retested. And after testing, oh my goodness, price came back to retest it again before a break of structure. Ladies and gentlemen, you see, this line is valid as long as life exists, except life is going to end tomorrow. But this is a valid buy floor. I'm not telling you to like it, but I'm telling you because it holds a very strong price action. To me, it becomes a psychological descending trend line. So when we talk of psychological descending trend line, we have psychological points could be horizontal and could be inclined. It's not fixed. So don't let anybody lie to you. I'm an orthodox trader. Everything traders know, I go against it. Everything they say, I go against it. And my results are very wonderful. Very, very wonderful result because I go against everything they say. So when you're radical, be radical to the end. And I don't use indicator. I see most advanced traders, very successful traders use indicator. I never use indicator. And that does not mean I don't know anything about indicator. I have a couple of indicator strategies, which I also want to start teaching very soon. I'll start teaching indicator strategy because I also spend time, to study indicators and see why I shouldn't use them. That does not mean if you use it, you can be successful. But I don't need an indicator. Because when you are trading, you need a mindset of independence. You need to program your mind, program your brain to be able to understand structure of market. The market is based on demand and supply. Any other thing outside demand and supply, you are not a trader. You are not a trader. Okay, that is what it is. So let's go straight to the point. This structure makes a whole lot of sense to me. I wish I knew it. I wish I knew it a year back or 2 years back. I wish I knew this. But that was why I decided to say I'm going to show you how we trade so that you can look at it. Add it to your journey. If you're an indicator guy, learn structure, add structure and indicator. You can imagine trading market structure and indicator. You will be undefeatable. So if you are good in on indicators, try and learn market structure. It will really make a whole lot of difference in your life. A whole lot of difference. So let's clone this structure and see what this structure is about. Let's clone it and see what it's about and see if it's about something good or just a mere structure. So let's clone it and see what it does. So you see that buy wasn't a coincidence either. When we clone the structure and brought it to this area where we also have another break of structure, it also gave us that buy potential. And it's from this level that BT started making move at 18K. It is from this move. And outside that, we also have a structure, a very strong structure at this area. Let us adjust our trend. Let's forget about that and focus on what price has done here. We have here price updating here as a supply roof and price returns here as a retest. After a break of a supply roof, price returns here on retest, a weekly candle close. So we have to adjust our trend line to match the body of that weekly candle close. And you see, ladies and gentlemen, price returns there again. This is the structure. The same structure we got after we cloned the previous market reaction zone. So you see, you switch your line chart, you can see exactly what I mean. Price here, resistance structure, break of resistance structure, price returns here on demand, returns here again on demand, power, and left. It left, left from there, it left. So it is what it is. And if you look critically, if you look back further, you are going to see that the market also on its own have created a strong, in this bullish rally, we have two weekly rejection candle, Monday 16 November 2000, right? And you have another one return at the same time, 20 December 20 December 20. These two form a strong support structure. You can see it on that support structure. Market came down and anchored on that demand floor that had price actively. So this becomes your new buying zone. So in the future, we are going to mark this area. We are going to mark this area. Look at it. Can you see it? Look at the weak rejection. Here is a supply roof, and we have a breakout of that supply roof. So we are going to hold that area in the future. That if price come back, it's going to be a zone. This is going to be our new buy zone. So if you fall inside this zone and you are a price and you see price there, you know what to do that you're a buyer. So whatever brings price into this zone in the future, know that you are buying. because market has already updated its structure and already tell you what is about to be. Create here a resistance structure, a break of a resistance structure and a retest. You can see that retest candle, and it came back here to retest it again and came back with a double structure, a bullish price action. And after which you can see the neckline of the double top structure has been broken and price came back to retest it. Look at the neckline, ladies and gentlemen. I want to put the neckline on weekly. This is a weekly neckline. It formed a double structure. Look at it and it's broken. And after retesting that neckline, it was a buy confirmation. Some traders who are aggressive traders who are high in liquidity and understand structure of market have taken advantage of that structure at 18K285 and placed a buy bet, an indefinite buy bet. A lot of people are holding buy at this level, they will not let it go. If you are holding a buy at this level and you have like 5 lot size here, you are a multi-millionaire. You are a big name in the game. You are big because of your knowledge. So I'm explaining weekly structure in advanced manner. Now let's go back to the structure that we got, and we have here an ascending structure which we also got from our line chart. If you skip quickly on your line chart, you will see the structure of the market where market has pierced actively and reacted. Price came here to create a demand floor, double demand floor, break of a demand floor, price returns here on a supply roof, break of a supply, price returns here to retest, affirm it as a demand floor and upticked. So with that in mind, let's clone our structure to see where it takes us and to see if we are still under demand or on supply. And when you take this to weekly time frame, like I earlier said, switch back to your line chart, you're going to see the body close of a weekly candle, place it there, and let's see. Now, our litmus test is to see price break out from this structure. A breakout from this structure, it becomes a litmus of sell. It becomes a litmus test for sell. So if we break out from this roof, now I want to tell you something that you're not going to like. A breakout from that structure will ultimately mean that BTC take profit will be aggressive, will be definitely aggressive. So on this roof now you see it has held price firmly after price updating it. Let me move my bubbles. Price updated here as a supply roof, updated it again as another supply roof, and shortly after that, the market has broken the supply roof. A broken supply roof becomes a demand floor. So what am I trying to say? That at any time you could see BTC upswing. It's just something that can happen. Maybe you sleep and wake up and you see your account is wiped because you do not believe in the structure of market. So what I'm trying to say is that the market is still very much in a bullish phase, and we haven't gotten much of a sell signal. Here we have a break of structure at this level, and price returns here to retest it. A broken supply roof becomes a demand floor, and market have tested that floor 3 times. In fact, it becomes a psychological ascending trend line. It's psychological in the sense that it is holding sellers. It is the only thing that is stopping sellers from creating havoc. They have something very dangerous to do. They cannot do it because of that structure. And let us see if they break out from that structure. Another area I expect them to come in and bring maybe havoc will be at this area. On one structure, I will tell you, you see here, you can see something, a pivotal trend angle. I will talk something about this very soon, and it's also part of our trade secret. It is called trend angle. So for now, I left it here for a reason, and I will tell you it's also very important in your trading journey. And if you understand it, it's going to do a lot for you. So let's just leave it there. I was using it to go practice something. It's part of a strategy, which by next week we might likely throw more light on trend angle. But for now, let's focus. So we now have key market reactions where we expect the market to come back trade here. First of all, we have here the demand floor, break of the demand floor, price on the supply roof, break of the supply roof, price came here with a weak rejection to retest, affirming that is a break of a supply roof, and price returns just a demand floor. When it broke the structure, it retested not within the zone, but when price came, it confirmed it as a demand floor before ultimately breaking the structure. So I believe that the next buy opportunity that will give you an opportunity to get your hand on into the project or buy will be at this level. That means a potential breakout from that roof will ultimately return here as your next demand floor. So I will not give the exact point because we don't have a breakout yet. So if you have a breakout, I will tell you point blank, sniper entry, we have to expect a buy. If we escape from here, I will tell you on a point blank, this is where market will happen and it will happen there because of the structure of the market. So Shavyfxhub will focus solely on market structure, and we don't use any form of indicator. And in this camp, we don't copy trade. We do not copy trade from anybody. And we stand against everything traders talk about. We are not influencers. I will never call you for account management. I will never try that nonsense in my